Hey everybody, Dieter Kurtenbah here in Oakland. Let's talk about the Warriors' 149-124 win over the Chicago Bulls. That was a beatdown that should bring about the end of the Chicago Bulls franchise. We'll see what the NBA rules overall. First thing we got to talk about in the three things tonight, Jonas Jerebko's incredible rebounding. Kidding, of course. We're going to talk about Klay Thompson and his 14 made three-pointers. Sets the NBA record, beating Stephen Curry's mark of 13. He also set the NBA record for three-pointers attempted in a game with 24. Again, he did this in 2.5 quarters, 52 points overall for Klay. The Chicago Bulls defense essentially giving him whatever he wanted, and he took a lot of it. This was always going to come. This was the kind of performance that we have been expecting from Thompson for a bit now. He was in arguably the worst slump of his career, shooting 14% from beyond the arc coming into this game. This is the second greatest shooter of all time, in my opinion, just behind Stephen Curry. You can make the argument he's a better shooter than Stephen Curry. I won't hear it, but you can make it. This was always going to come. Regression is an incredible thing. The deluge was inevitable. And the only question was, how many would he get when he finally broke out of it? Well, the answer is 14. And if Steve Kerr hadn't pulled him out of mercy to his former team, might have had 20. Klay is now the only player in NBA history, this is just so ridiculous, the only player in NBA history that has scored 52 or more points in fewer than 30 minutes played. He's done it twice, and that might be the bigger thing out of all of this. Klay was phenomenal on Monday night. I'm not sure it was even in Klay's top 3 games ever. Number 1, no question about it in my mind, Game 6, 2016 Western Conference Finals. That game changed the course of NBA history. Number 2, the greatest thing I have ever seen a professional athlete do with my own 2 eyes, and that was score 37 points in 1 quarter against the Sacramento Kings. And then number 3 is that other game where he scored more than 52 points in fewer than 30 minutes. That was against the Indiana Pacers a couple of years back. I think this is 4th on that list. I'm not even considering all the other options. Klay, though, fantastic. Just to be even in the vicinity of those 3 games is jaw-dropping. Second thing I want to talk about is how the Warriors scored 92 points in the first half. Again, the Bulls are really, really, really bad, particularly on defense. They are an embarrassment to me as a Chicagoan. But the Warriors scored 92 points. The NBA record is 107. And the only thing I have to say about that is, how does anyone score 107 points in a half of basketball? Because I watched the Warriors score 92, and they could have had about 95, 97. I have no idea how you get an extra 10 points out of that. They were playing up and down as fast as they could go, and they almost scored 100. The record at one... I have to stop. It baffles my mind. I'm not sure that the record really is 107. Someone's going to have to prove that to me. We might have seen the record tonight, and that 107 is a made-up number. Third thing we should talk about, and this is far more serious, Alphonso McKinney's really good. He did so many things on Monday night in his hometown of Chicago, my hometown of Chicago too, so Chicago boys. He did so many things that reminded me of what Andre Iguodala does for this team when he's engaged. Now, obviously, we all know Iguodala sort of coasts until the playoffs come around, and then he turns into Andre Iguodala again. And that is, of course, what the Warriors expect from him at this juncture. But Alphonso McKinney was a guy who made this team off of a training camp tryout. He should not be getting Andre Iguodala comparisons. And while the Bulls are not exactly a great barometer for success, Alphonso McKinney goes for 19 points in 26 minutes, and the majority of those points came in meaningful minutes, if there were any, in this game. He also gets 10 rebounds, and that's something I do want to discuss. McKinney's rebounding has been fantastic, and Steve Kerr really trusts him to go in there and clean up the glass. If he's also able to knock down shots, and his confidence is peaking on the offensive end, if he's able to contribute on both ends, this is not just found money. This is a found Powerball jackpot for the Warriors. It is ridiculous that they're able to just find a guy like this who can be not just a contributor, but a really solid role player for them off of a tryout. This guy was playing 3-on-3 basketball in the Mexican League, the Luxembourgian League, the G League last year. Anyone could have signed him to a contract. He went to training camp on a tryout. I hope Pat McCaw didn't see Monday night's game. If he's in St. Louis watching, I don't think that's part of the regional market for the Chicago Bulls, but I really hope he doesn't have a league pass. Warriors again win 149-124. They really should consider breaking up the Bulls and contracting them or something, because it's really It's really quite embarrassing. Warriors will play what might be the best game of the regular season on Wednesday. They're going to be back at Oracle Arena. The New Orleans Pelicans are coming to town. If Anthony Davis plays, this is a preview of the Western Conference Finals, in my opinion. That was my preseason prediction. I'm feeling fantastic about it right now. I'm pretty sure the Warriors are going to be there. The Pellies have looked really good. It is going to be up and down. In fact, if you ever wanted to score 107 points in one half, Wednesday night might be the night. Warriors and Pellies, it is going to be breakneck speed, as good of basketball as you can possibly imagine. I will see you there, or I'll see you afterwards here on the Bay Area News Group.